Hello and welcome to Darth Snoogan's Tool Reviews. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Hello and welcome to Darth Snoogan's Tool Reviews. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that like button.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Nothing really new here, but I've been hitting the discount stores trying to fill in some gaps in my collection. And, you know, the Superpowers line, the first couple of waves, they're not really in Walmart now. They've kind of moved on to later waves, so it's not as easy to find some of these. So if you can pick them up in a discount store, you know, typically you get it cheaper. I think I paid $7 for this Darkseid, which, considering it's a large, oversized figure, I'm happy with the $7. Now, our Batman Who Laughs and Green Lantern, tag says $9.97, but they're from a discount store called Ben's, and basically everything is 40% off whatever the sticker is, so I got these at like $6 each. So, yeah, I didn't pay full retail, but it wasn't a huge bargain. Yeah, so really the only one left in that first wave that I need is Flash. So I'll be on the lookout for him. Yeah, pretty cool. I'm glad to have them. It wasn't something that was keeping me up at night. Why don't I have these in my collection? Because I'm not a die-hard Superpowers collector. I think I've even said recently that, you know, I don't really care that much. So if I find them cheap, I'll buy them, but I'm not actually hunting for them, if that makes any sense. So, you know, we'll go ahead and start with Darkseid. I want to get him out of the package because I wanted to compare him to the 80s version. Let's get this out of the way. All right, so he's big and, you know, big and chunky. He's got bend at the knee. He can move his legs. He's a little stiff right now. Arms, head. Yeah, kind of plain. There's really nothing to brag about with this figure. They missed out on great opportunity. They should have given him the little thing at the top for the light to shine through to light his eyes up like our vintage. Let's bring them in here side by side. And I don't know, it's probably not going to show on this. Let's see, you got to get the light just right. Well, you know what? We're not going to worry about that right now. But visually, you can see they're about the same size. Now, our original one came with a cape. And, of course, he had that little feature with his light-up eyes. This one, although he's nicely sculpted and looks pretty cool, it's rather boring, really. I'm not... I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of the way it feels. It just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like a... I mean, it feels like it's a solid figure you could give to a 3-year-old and they're not going to break it. But it feels cheap. Design-wise, though, I will say that I do like some of the features that they kept on him to keep him similar to his vintage counterpart. I do like the way they did the boots coming up over the knees. That's cool. And they, you know, they added some coloring and stuff in there. But, it is as it is. It's not anything special. I'm not super excited about it. We're going to move on. I'm glad to get the John Stewart Green Lantern. That's cool. Out of these 3 figures, this is probably the only one that I actually wanted. Let's see if I can get him out. Now, I kind of regret not picking it up, but they had the Batwing. I can't remember what the ticket price was on it. but it was the 40% off. So I may end up going back there and picking it up because I don't want to pay full price for that Batwing. Now, I may end up picking up another Green Lantern just to have another one of these for my vintage figure who is missing his lantern. All right. Yeah, it's a decent looking figure. Let's see how he holds this. Oh man, it's this thing is really thin. The handle on this. You know what? For now, until I can get him warmed up enough to do that, we're just going to hang it on his wrist so you can see what it looks like. Yeah, so cool. We got our John Stewart. Now let's go ahead and compare him to our vintage Hal Jordan. If I can get him to stand. There we go. Side by side. They look cool together. I mean, it looks like they're obviously on the same team. I dig it. I'm glad that we got John Stewart instead of just another rehash of Hal Jordan. Because honestly, he's not even my favorite Green Lantern. They could give us more versions in the Superpowers line. That would be great. Let's see Guy Gardner. Let's see Kyle Rayner. Give them all to us. That would be cool. That would be something to get excited about with Superpowers. But instead, they're just making 50 Batman. So it's Todd McFarlane. What do we expect? So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, like I said, I may pick up another one of these because if I can get another one of these figures at like $6, it'll be worth it just to have an additional lantern for my Hal. I know that's not what the original looks like, but you know what? It doesn't look bad with him. So yeah, we may do that. That's the good thing about all the discount stores having stuff really cheap is you can get additional accessories at whatever the cost of the figure is versus trying to go online and pay crazy prices. And as you can see, he does have his ring painted on his right hand, so that's cool. Yeah, I dig it. This, I think this one's a win. I like the John Stewart Green Lantern. We're going to put him and Hal over here in the corner. So real quick, I thought I would stop the video and cut in here because the day after I actually recorded this video, they announced the the Hal Jordan version of Green Lantern. And I thought it was comical because I was just talking about how glad I was that we got John Stewart instead of Hal Jordan. And then the next day, they give us Hal Jordan. So I just wanted to mention that here. If you're watching a video, I do record these ahead of time. So sometimes I'll record them, and it may take a month before it makes it onto the channel. So this is one of those cases where I recorded a video, and actually the next day they announced this whole next wave of the Superpowers figure, of course with Hal Jordan, and you've got the new Nightwing and the new Batman and blah blah blah. Yeah, so I'll have, you should be looking at pictures of it now, but I just wanted to cut in and say that in case you were wondering. So thanks. And let's take a look at this thing, because I'm not a fan. I know a lot of people are into it. Just, you know, let me say that it looks cool. But if you're doing a Superpowers line, why not just give us a regular Joker first instead of this weirdo? And, you know, it doesn't have to be like our vintage Joker. You could have given us a you know, one of the newer modern versions of Joker in the Superpowers line. Instead, they chose to go with this first. And you could argue that's not Joker. Well, it's Batman, it's Joker, it's both of them. Let's get him out of the package and take a look at it. this out of the way. All right. Let's adjust our lighting a little bit. All right, the Batman Who Laughs. Yeah, he's weird. Weird. If you follow the comic book story, you'll understand what the deal is with this guy. I'm not a big fan. Design-wise, I think it looks cool. I didn't need it in an action figure in the Superpowers line or in the DC Multiverse line, because I didn't pick that one up either. So yeah, what are you guys thinking? You like these additions to my Superpowers figure line? And I'm going to bring them all out just so I can see them all together. We got, of course, Superman. We got our first weird version of Batman. Now, both of these guys have replacement capes. Those are not the original plastic, horrible capes that they came with. Let's see. We've got Deathstroke. We've got our Tim Drake Robin. The first version with the yellow cape. There's another version with the black cape that's out. I didn't really need both versions. If I can make them all stand here. We got our regular Nightwing, Dick Grayson. And then we got our classic Batman, which is one of my favorites. And also our Batman 89 version of Batman, which is fantastic. Probably more excited about that figure than any of the others in this line, just because of my history with the figure. And if you watched that video where I did the review on it, you'll understand why. So go back and check that one out. So yeah, this isn't all the figures that are out. I haven't picked up Wonder Woman, Flash. I mean, there's several others. And I think the Peacemaker set's out, which I had on order, but I canceled. And I don't know that I'll pick that one up. I don't really care that much. So yeah, for now, this is my Superpowers collection. I don't know how many more I'll get unless they surprise me. Sometimes McFarlane can surprise you. Most of the time, not. Yeah, sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. As always, I appreciate you guys sticking around. Everybody have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.